all of you?
Fine.
Good, okay. So good evening. My name is Swasti Dolar. I'm from Aurangabad. I currently study in 10th standard and I'm going to teach you French Revolution. So all of you have been hearing lectures on science and math, and doesn't it get boring? So I thought of a change because you might get bored, and so I'm going to teach you SST. And French Revolution is very interesting. And I would like to ask a question. Is French Revolution taught to you?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, great then.
Yes, ma'am.
So, given the restricted time of only 10 minutes, I won't be able to teach the whole chapter, but I'll teach you the causes of French Revolution and the effects of French Revolution on the whole world and on France and Europe. Okay. So, basically, there are 5 reasons why the French Revolution happened. First of all, let me explain what the phrase French Revolution means. So, French matlab France में, France का, and revolution means anyone knows what revolution means? No one knows what revolution means. Come on, quick. Dictionary? Anyone has a dictionary? Google. You are on your phone. I need responses, guys.
Protest.
Okay. Anything else? Okay, I'll tell it to you. So revolution basically means change. तो फ्रांस में हुआ change. तो जो changes फ्रांस में हुए हैं वो आज हम पढ़ेंगे. Okay. तो ये जो changes हुए हैं, there are 5 basic reasons: social, political, economical, intellectual and immediate. तो social में कौन से आते हैं? Caste, skin, race, color, all of these things they come in social. Okay. Political में corruption, power sharing, power, and all of those things comes. In economic reasons, क्या आता है? Finance related, money related, all of those things come in economic reasons. Intellectual, it is something particulated in France itself, so I'll be explaining that later. And immediate, मतलब कोई तो reason की वजह से the government, the ones having power had to take immediate measures. So that is one of the reasons. And there's one more reason, I'll come to it later. So social, you need to know that in the 17th and 18th century, the whole of Europe was divided into 3 parts. 3 parts were known as estates. Anyone knows those estates?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me those estates?
Clergy, nobility, and third estate people.
Okay, great. So clergy were basically the court, the father, the pope. Pope is the highest authority of fathers, and all of those people came in the clergy. Basically, all of those people who worked in the court. Okay, who had the authorities in the court. Nobility were the nobles, ministers, the associates, the assistants of the king, the monarch, right? And the common people. The common people also had 3 parts between them. The businessmen, they were the richer ones. Then lawyers came in them, professionals, and all of those people. And in the second part, they were peasants, laborers who had land. And in the third part, the poor or peasants and the landless laborers, they did not have any land. So these were the social states of France and Europe at the time of 17th and 18th century. Okay, then political reasons. Now, before French Revolution started, King Louis XVI ascended the throne when he was only 20 years old. Like, he was very young, and he was married to the Queen Marie Antoinette of Austria. And both of them were very selfish, kind of like, they wanted a very extravagant palace, and एकदम ऐसे आलीशान चाहिए था पूरा सब कुछ. सगळं काही लाईक आपल्यालाच हवंय, दुसऱ्यांना काही द्यायचं नाहीये. खूप सेल्फिश होते ते. So they were very selfish and arbitrary ruler. The King Louis XVI was an arbitrary ruler. Can anyone find out the meaning of arbitrary? If anyone has a dictionary or Google it. Is anyone doing, like, is anyone searching it? Hello, am I audible?
Autocratic in the use of authority.
Can you repeat it?
Autocratic in the use of authority.
Yeah, okay, so correct. So basically, it means that the ruler did not have a plan ahead. Okay, from the dictionary meaning I found that it meant the ruler did not have a plan ahead. तो अगर किसी ruler के पास कोई plan नहीं होगा, तो kingdom कैसे चलेगा? मतलब he has to manage his accounts, his finances. He needs to understand the problems of people. तो उसने ऐसा कुछ किया नहीं था. And at that time, the king Louis XVI was helping America to gain freedom from the British for its 13 colonies, and for that they needed a very like high debt था उनके पास. Army recruit करना, उनको खाना पीना देना, so they had a very high debt and at a very high interest. So बहुत बड़ा loan उनके दिमाग उनके सर पर था. Then he was also corrupt. Not he, but like anyone is corrupt nowadays. You see anyone, out of 100 people, there are only 1 or 2 people who are those honest people which we need. So you know that those people have to grow. But उस time पे भी corruption existed and corruption is existing now also. So first he did not have a plan ahead. Okay, I have to conclude. Okay, so economic, unko, I told you, he had a very high debt and he couldn't handle his money and all of it. Then intellectual, there was a growing middle class in France. So some of the philosophers were John Locke, Jean-Jacques Rousseau, Voltaire, Montesquieu, all of these people. They gave forward their idea about how to go about these things. Like the peasants, the clergy and the nobility, they extracted taxes from the peasants and basically from the third estate. And there was a lack of representative bodies for the third estate. So peasants pe bahut, like, they were targeted always. They did not have money first. Then revenue उनसे collect करते थे, taxes भी उनसे collect करते थे. तो उन पर बहुत, you know, they were very
अत्याचार.
Yeah, अत्याचार. I did not want to use that word, but okay. अत्याचार उन पर होता था. So they were very fed up, and ऊपर से there was a famine, and famine के वजह से there came a subsistence crisis. So what is a subsistence crisis? So it is when the demand is more and the supply is less. तो अब डिमांड ज़्यादा है, सप्लाई कम है, तो सबके पेट नहीं भरेंगे, तो माल न्यूट्रिशन होगा, लैक ऑफ न्यूट्रिशन होगा, लोग मरेंगे. देयर विल बी you know, a very severe crisis in front of the king. And also the peasants were, like the third estate, the common people were also fed up. So these were the reasons why there was an outbreak, there was a revolution. So should I conclude, or can I tell the effects of the revolution?
स्वास्ती ऍक्च्युली काय माहिती, थोड्या वेळानंतर कार्यक्रम आहे, सो याच्यासाठीच आपल्याला बाकीचे पार्टिसिपंट आहेत ना, तर त्यांना थोडं थोडं टाइम मिळायला पाहिजे. सो त्याच्यानुसार थोडस आणखी एखादा मिनिट घेऊ शकते, बट कन्क्लूड करून टाक लवकर.
या तो इफेक्ट ऑन फ्रांस, सॉरी,
आपको जितनी जल्दी कंक्लूड करना है उतनी जल्दी कंक्लूड करो. ऐसा जितनी जल्दी कंक्लूड कर सकते हो उतनी जल्दी कंक्लूड.
या I'll finish it in like 1 or 2 minutes. तो फ्रांस पर इफेक्ट्स क्या हुए? Democracy was established, and democracy was first, like France was the first country where democracy was established in the whole of in the whole world. तो democracy का concept आया. Then feudalism was ended. What is feudalism? Landlordism. मतलब landlord वगैरह, it ended. Then discrimination ended. Peasants पर discrimination होता था, even that ended. organization of new society. So now those estates weren't there. There was a new system. Then reforms in National Assembly. So National Assembly is basically अपना लोकसभा राज्यसभा जैसे होता है, तो वैसा उनके यहाँ पर National Assembly होती थी. So there were reforms in that. Constitutions were made and many laws वगैरह बने थे. So they had a plan now. Okay. Then the rights of the clergy was also reduced. I told you that they used to extract taxes from the third estate. तो अभी वो भी कम हो गया. Then on the world, liberty was introduced, like freedom, then equality, first estate, second estate, third estate, कोई discrimination नहीं होता था, equality was there, and there was fraternity, there was democracy, and welfare of the people was looked after. All of the rulers, they thought they put the people first, the people of the kingdom first, and themselves later. So these were the impacts on the world. Thank you. Anyone has any doubts?
No, ma'am.
No, miss.
Okay, thank you. And happy Teachers Day to all of the teachers present here.